I think one of the biggest mistakes we make in dating is assuming that butterflies automatically mean that we found something special. Because butterflies feel amazing. That excitement when you're waiting for their text, when you know you're seeing them later and you're actually excited to get ready, or when their name pops up on your phone and you immediately smile, you're thinking about them. You want to tell your friends everything. You replay the date in your head. I love that feeling. I'm probably always going to be somebody who loves that feeling. But take it from someone who has gotten it wrong before. Being really excited about someone doesn't automatically mean that they are right for you. And I think for a long time, I confused the two and definitely romanticized the butterflies. So today I want to break down a couple of things that I wish I realized sooner about those butterflies, the excitement associated with the butterflies, and what actually matters when you're choosing a relationship. Number one, butterflies mean you're excited. And honestly, that's it. Butterflies are a feeling. They tell you that you're attracted to somebody. You're excited about them. There's anticipation there. And that's great. But butterflies don't tell you if somebody is kind. They don't tell you if they're emotionally available. They don't tell you if they're going to be consistent. And they don't tell you if your lifestyles actually work together. And they definitely don't tell you if somebody is going to make a good life partner. When I was younger, if I felt that huge rush of excitement towards someone, I immediately gave it so much meaning. Like, oh my God, this is different. I've never felt this way. I'm so excited. And maybe it was different. But different doesn't always mean better. Sometimes someone could give you the craziest butterflies of your life and still be completely wrong for you. And I have lived that. I have been insanely excited about people where, looking back, the actual relationship was nowhere near as good as the feeling that I had about the relationship. Those are two completely different things. Number two, pay attention to what happens between the exciting moments. This is probably one of the biggest things that I look at differently now. Anybody can make you feel amazing on a great date. You're dressed up, you're drinking, you're flirting, you're somewhere fun. Everything feels sexy and exciting and new. But what really happens on a Tuesday afternoon? What happens when nobody is dressed up? What happens when one of you has a bad day? What happens if there's an inconvenience? What happens when you disagree? What happens when you're not getting that constant rush from each other? The answers to those questions tell me so much more now. Because of course, I still want to be excited with the person I'm with. I don't want a relationship where I'm just like, well, he's nice. No. I want to like you. I want to be attracted to you. I want to look forward to seeing you. I want the butterflies, but I also want to know how I feel when things are boring. Do I feel safe? Do I feel comfortable? Do I know where I stand? Can I be myself? Can we sit together and do absolutely nothing? Those things definitely used to sound less exciting to me, but now I honestly think that they're some of the best parts. Number three, excitement and anxiety can feel really similar. This one is huge because sometimes you think you're getting butterflies because you're so obsessed with someone. But meanwhile, half of what you're actually feeling is anxiety. You're waiting for the next text because you don't know if they're even going to text. You're obsessed with seeing them again because you don't know when you're going to see them again. You're thinking about them constantly because you don't know where you stand. And that uncertainty creates a rush. It creates overthinking. So you think, wow, I'm so consumed by this person. I've never felt this way about anybody in my life. But maybe what you're actually feeling is, I've never felt so anxious in my life. There is a difference. And I really wish I figured this out sooner. Now I try to ask myself, am I excited about this person or am I anxious because I don't know what I'm getting from this person? Those feelings can exist at the same time, but they are not the same thing. If you're constantly checking your phone, wondering if they like you, wondering what they're doing, wondering when you'll see them again, that does not automatically mean you're falling deeply in love. You might just not feel secure. And that insecurity can create a really intense emotional high. Number four, consistency doesn't kill the butterflies. This is something I used to believe without even realizing it. Like if somebody became too predictable, too available, too consistent, maybe the excitement would fade. but I definitely don't think that anymore. I actually think that the healthiest version of love lets you have both. You can still get excited when you see somebody while also knowing that they're going to show up. You can still miss somebody without wondering if they're going to disappear. You can still be excited about your date on Friday night without spending all day Thursday analyzing every text. That, to me, is the sweet spot now. I call it butterflies with peace, excitement with consistency, passion with security, being crazy about someone without feeling crazy. And if you're used to relationships where the highs and lows are really extreme, the steadiness can actually feel unfamiliar at first, almost uncomfortable. You might even question it, like, why am I not obsessing? Is something missing? Maybe nothing is missing. Maybe your nervous system just isn't in crisis. And that's probably a good thing. Number 5, don't let the butterflies make decisions for you. This is where I think people get themselves into trouble. When you really like somebody, suddenly everything becomes negotiable. Things that you said you would never tolerate become, well, maybe it's not such a big deal. Standards that you had before meeting them somehow disappear. You start making excuses, and I have done this too. You think, but I really like him. You can really like somebody and still decide that they're not good for you. You can have unbelievable butterflies about somebody and still recognize that they're not consistent. You can be insanely attracted to somebody and still acknowledge that their values don't add up with yours. You can love spending time with somebody and still realize that they're not capable of giving you the relationship that you want. Your feelings matter, but your feelings cannot be the only information that you're using. Especially in early dating, you need the butterflies and the facts. Number 6, ask yourself better questions. If I could sit down with the version of myself from years ago, I would tell her to stop asking only how much do I like him? And I would start asking, how does my nervous system feel when I'm around him? Do I feel secure? Does he make my life better? Are his words and his actions aligned? Can I trust what he tells me? Do I feel respected? Can I communicate with him? What happens when something goes wrong? Can we fix it? And now, probably the biggest one. If I took away the attraction and excitement, do I genuinely like who this person is? Because eventually you're going to have normal dates. You're going to have responsibilities. There's stress. There's laundry. There are kids, bills. Somebody might be in a bad mood. The butterflies that you feel can totally still be there, but it's really important that you feel something underneath. So here's the takeaway. I want to be really clear because I am not anti-butterflies. As a matter of fact, I am pro-butterflies, so much so I have a butterfly tattoo. I want to be so excited with the person I'm with. I think that's beautiful. I think having a crush on your partner is amazing. I don't want you to hear this and think that I'm saying choose something boring because it's safe. That is not what I mean. What I've learned is that the butterflies should just be a bonus, not the entire foundation. You want the person who makes you feel excited to see them and makes you feel safe when they're not around. You want that person who gives you that rush, but also is able to give you consistency. You want to be attracted to them physically and genuinely respect who they are. Because the goal isn't choosing between excitement and stability. It's finding a relationship where you don't have to. So take it from me. Enjoy the butterflies. Let yourself be excited. Fall for somebody. Just don't let that feeling make you ignore everything else. Because sometimes some of the most exciting relationships actually aren't the healthiest. And sometimes the healthiest relationship can still give you butterflies. They just don't come with the stomach ache anymore. I'm Tori. This is Young Han Divorce, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.